Although the term virtual reality was coined by Jaron Lanier in 1987, one could question when virtual reality was really invented. Virtual reality by definition is a realistic and immersive simulation of a three-dimensional environment, created by using interactive software and hardware, and experienced or controlled by movement of the body. One could argue that virtual reality began in the 19th century, although the term virtual reality wasn't coined yet. 360-degree murals or panoramic paintings that depicted images of a historical event or scene allows the user to feel as if they are present. Users were able to look around and see different parts of the scene or event. From 1838 to 1939, three inventions were produced. These inventions were the stereoscope by Charles Wheatstone, the lenticular stereoscope by David Brewster, and the Viewmaster by William Gruber. The user looked through these devices. While looking through the device, the user sees two of the same picture side by side, one picture for each eye. This gave the user a sense of immersion and depth. In 1929, a flight simulator developed by Edward Link was the first of its kind. This trainer was nicknamed Link Trainer. This flight simulator used motors that linked to the rudder and steering column that controlled the pitch and roll. Another smaller motor-driven device allowed its user to feel turbulence and other disturbances. This device allowed the U.S. military to train over 500,000 pilots for World War II. During the mid-1950s, a cinematographer named Morton Heilig invented and patented the Sensorama. This device allowed its user to sit on an arcade-styled theater cabinet. This device stimulated more senses compared to previous virtual reality technology. Not only did it stimulate the user's sight and hearing, it also simulated wind and smell by fans, and it also had a vibrating chair similar to that of Edward Link's flight simulator. Although this Sensorama only featured 6 short films, it allowed users to experience a more immersive virtual reality environment than ever before. 1960s was the first time head-mounted displays were invented. The telesphere mask, also invented by Morton Heilig, allowed the users to wear and watch non-interactive films with stereoscopic 3D vision combined with stereo sound. 1961 saw a substantial step forward in virtual reality. Philco Corporation engineers named Camo and Bryan developed a device that allowed for motion tracking with the head. Wherever the user looked, the camera followed the direction of the user's head. Although this device was not designed for entertainment purposes, it served the military by allowing its personnel to view dangerous situations from a safe location. This device was not able to generate images and lacked computer integration. It was only linked to a closed-circuit camera. Nevertheless, the motion tracking system is similar to the tracking that virtual reality devices uses today, known as headsight. In 1965, Ivan Sutherland developed the ultimate display concept. Although it was only a concept, it had core concepts that encompass virtual reality today. The concept included 3 major pieces. First was the concept included a head-mounted display where the user viewed a virtual world through and heard augmented 3D sound and produced tactile feedback. Second was the computer hardware would be used to maintain the virtual world in real time. Thirdly was the user can interact with objects in the virtual world in a realistic way. Following his concept in 1968, Sutherland and his student Bob Spruill created the Sword of Damocles. Although primitive and uncomfortable, this was the first time a virtual reality device was connected to a computer. 1987 was the year the term virtual reality was coined by Jaron Lanier. After founding his company VBL, he developed the iPhone HRX, and gloves. Although these equipment were expensive, this was the first time virtual reality goggles were available for sale to consumers. The years 1993 and 1995 saw virtual reality headsets released by Sega and Nintendo. Due to difficulties in development during the time, both devices were not successful. Sega failed to advance past the prototype stage. Nintendo, on the other hand, failed due to their system only displayed games in black and red. The device also did not work in a comfortable position and lacked software support. In the present, we are experiencing more rapid advancement in technology than ever before, leading to compact devices with more power and lower prices. One example is the Samsung Gear VR. This device allows users with select Samsung phones to connect their device to a headset that includes virtual reality software to watch movies, play games, view pictures and other experiences. Although currently there is only head tracking, Samsung is working on a new Gear VR to include eye and face tracking. Another example of available virtual reality technology for consumers at an affordable price is the PlayStation VR. This system, unlike the Gear VR, has to be tethered to the PlayStation 4 game console. Although it is less convenient and mobile as the Gear VR, the PlayStation VR allows the user to have a more immersive virtual reality experience by eliminating the screen door effect of the Gear VR. The screen door effect is eliminated by the PlayStation VR because it is a more powerful tethered system instead of relying on a phone's display. There are many other virtual reality devices today, and the technology is expected to continue to improve in the future.